It's Robert A. Somrak, Fire Controlman, Second Class, USS Missouri. Well, first, prior to actually getting into, as we're sailing into Tokyo Bay, there were not enough soldiers or Marines to secure Japan. So they had to send naval forces to the different bases in Japan to secure it. I volunteered to go ashore as one of, they call it the particular officers, marauders, or whatever, but at any rate, they would not accept my volunteering because they still were concerned that maybe the Japanese were pulling a fast one, and people that were involved in like 16-inch guns, they wouldn't allow you to go ashore. So, so as we pulled into Tokyo Bay, it was an overwhelming feeling of, you know, the war's over, and then I was assigned to the side boys. There was the side boys that were right at the accommodation ladder that had to salute the Japanese as they came aboard, and I was the secondary side boy, just after them, and I witnessed when General MacArthur came aboard our ship. He came on the port side on a destroyer, and the minute his foot touched the deck of our ship, a beautiful blue Navy flag of Admiral Nimitz had to be lowered so that MacArthur's flag could rise to the topmast. When at the actual, I witnessed, I saw Shigemitsu come aboard our ship with his wooden leg. I damn near almost felt sorry for him. But as I was witnessing the ceremony, when General MacArthur came out of the Admiral's quarters, you could see that he was really in command. He had that presence about him. I think he would have liked to have been the emperor or whatever. But he did a great job of handling the surrender ceremony. It was done in this. And it was so overwhelming. You look, no matter where you looked aboard our ship, every space was occupied by people, not only our own sailors and Marines, but generals from every country in the world were there. And it was, and then at the signing of the surrender, there must have been, it seemed like 1,000 planes flew over the Missouri. And we could see Sagami One in the distance, but it was wonderful, you know. Oh, and also, I got to see like General Wainwright, who was in that terrible march in Japan, you know, in the Philippines. He was so skinny. But it was so nice that he was able to be there. You could see that there were officers from the different countries. There were people from Australia, from England, from Canada, Russia, China. They were all there, and I mean, you just observe this. You know, talking about observing things, I have to tell you, when we left Japan, we went to Hawaii, where we got to spend a few days at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel on a rest leave. And when we got into New York, our ship on Navy Day wound up in the Hudson River, where we had to stand at attention for quite a while when President Truman came aboard our ship. And there were thousands of people came aboard the Missouri, and as you left the Missouri down Liberty, there were people asking you for your autograph, you know. But you know, it's you have to realize that it was 68 years ago that we signed the surrender. So you know, what can I say? When I was so close there and realized that nobody in our ship was injured, it was like a miracle. I mean, being in wartime is so much a matter of luck. When you look few thousand yards off the starboard side, and you see 1,100 casualties on the Franklin. And you hear about, like, the Indianapolis being sunk in 12 minutes, and they got 800 casualties. I was so fortunate to be aboard the battleship Missouri, and good Lord willing, we were pretty much saved.